Yeah, 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 I love the smile in your face. I know that you got what it takes. Plus you working, ain't no breaks, yeah. You got that vibe, mama, you already know, yeah. This is the Darling Talk Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Darling Talk Show. I am your host, Alexa Darling. And today we're having, of course, another special guest. And this one is actually very special because we've been trying to do this since last season. Okay, so I'm really excited. I'm really excited for you guys to get to know her. We have Macahl Jett in the building.
Woo-woo.
Hey girl, hey.
Hey.
How are you?
I can say now, like, I'm doing really well.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that. That's good. Okay, you're going to feel better after we start drinking this wine, honey.
Okay, period.
So, y'all, today's wine is going to be Columbia Valley Pinot. I don't know what their name is, actually. It's just like this really pretty cute packaging. It says 9 Canyon Columbia Valley Pinot Grigio 2022, and it has 13.7% of alcohol. So that's a good percentage.
Yes.
For it to be a wine. So we're gonna toast before we start.
Okay, perfect.
Hopefully you like the wine. I'm scared that you're not gonna like it. I don't think I want that much, but okay, can I have your glass, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Your nails are cute.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, yeah, that's perfect.
That's good, right?
Thank you.
All right. So I like for my guests to do the toast. People always want to come here and tell me you do the toast. So do you want to do the toast? You want me to toast?
Sure, I'll do the toast.
All right.
Let's toast to being beautiful, black,
Yes.
and successful.
I love it. Cheers. See, that was so easy and
Woo.
cute. I don't be thinking about stuff like that. I'm always saying the same thing. And I don't want to keep saying the same thing over and over again. All right, let's toast. Oh, it's dry.
It is dry, but it's actually pretty good.
It's good. You see?
Yeah. This is new. This is new
You
for
can
me.
taste the grapes. You can definitely taste the alcohol in here too. Okay. All right, so let's get into it. So tell us about who you are, your name, where you're from, so you kind of get an idea of, like, who Macahl is.
Absolutely. So I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm born and raised. Woo woo.
Okay.
I went to school in Dallas, Denton area though when I went off to college. I'm a musician and a music artist. I've been doing music since I was 12 years old.
Wow.
That's when I first got into the recording studio, and it's a very funny story. Pretty much everybody knows Nicki Minaj. She was the girl back in middle school. And even though I used to write in my journal all the time, for some reason when Nicki Minaj came out, like, I wanted to be an experimental rapper. So I actually started rapping, and there's a song that I made called Caker, and it's so sad, but I was in middle school writing songs about, like, being with two guys at one time.
I'm crying.
And I let my dad hear it, and he was like, "Dude, you didn't write this." I was like, "Bruh, I wrote this song."
Oh, wow. Talent.
Yes. So he was like, "Let's get in the studio. We gotta use your gifts."
Wow.
And that's when I finally got exposed to music, and I started taking vocal lessons. And so that really increased my ability to actually sing. And now I rap sometimes, but mostly I do sing.
That's what's up. I like that. And I like the fact that your dad was so supportive about it, right? Because maybe his perspective could have been different. Like, why are you writing about being with two guys? And it could have went somewhere else. But the fact that he was supportive, that's really, really dope. Because I feel like as creators, because I consider you a creator, right? You're an artist. So as creators, sometimes it's difficult for people to understand us and our talent.
Right.
And sometimes our parents can be a little, but I'm so glad that your dad was supportive. So did you actually record that song?
Yes.
Oh.
I will send it to you.
Yeah, I want to hear it. I did do my research, and I went and heard some of your songs, and I like how, like, they're all a vibe.
Thank you.
Right? There's such a vibe. I think you have, what would you say your music style is?
Yeah, definitely very heavily inspired by R&B, early 2000s, hip hop, and I do like rock music too. So,
Oh wow, okay.
and I'm a musician as well. So I play piano and I produce all my music.
Beautiful.
So I try and kind of coop that all into one.
So would you consider yourself also a songwriter?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
right?
write all my
'Cause you write
songs.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's so cool. I always thought that well, I always said that being an artist is so hard because in my mind it's like, how can you even rhyme? Like you have to rhyme the words and stuff,
Right.
but it has to make sense. It's
Right.
because you're telling a story,
Exactly.
in music, right? So, how is like your creative process? Like when you're writing a song, like how does that like? Do you write maybe from like your personal experiences, or is it just like things that just come to you?
That's a good question. Most of the time, I write about my personal experiences because music to me is an outlet. So I'm always trying to release something. And so majority of the time, I'm writing about my life.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will write about my life too, girl. Like Lord have mercy. So what has been your journey as an artist so far? Like, I know it's challenging. It's not an easy journey, and when you are a creator, you want to stand out, you want to put yourself out there. So what has been that journey what has been that journey like for you?
Yeah.
Girl, listen, I be struggling, child. Listen, the people already know, so it's okay.
No, you're okay. The journey of being an artist and really finding my voice has been just that, like a journey of finding my voice as an individual and not trying to mold myself by what's popular already.
I like that, yeah.
I want to say, when I was in college, even though I felt like that was the time where I was thriving the most, I had performed at South by Southwest. Wow. I was performing all over the place. I was really kind of lost and confused too because there were so many different people who were blowing up at that time, and that's all I wanted to do. And so I took a step back from music for a little bit to really find myself in the midst of a crazy world. Like we went through COVID.
Yeah.
My dad had cancer. So there were so many changes, but I'm actually glad that I was able to get through that journey because it really taught me a lot about myself, being resilient. And there was a lot of music that was created during those times.
Right?
Yeah.
I do believe that like when you're going through struggles, you get inspired. Like something good always comes out of those things, especially as a creator. Because I know for me, whenever I'm going through things, my creativity just come, and I'm thinking about, okay, how can I like show what I'm going through in a way, like in art, right?
Right.
I mean, and as a content creator, of course, it's through digital, stuff like pictures and videos, but I can only imagine like all the things that you created through that. So my question is for you, like, did you ever feel like you had to fit in, to try to appease to those people that, or try to be like everybody else that was like, performing and doing all the things, and so did you feel like you had to go through that? I mean,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I am a thick African American woman in music, and majority of the times you don't see that girl win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for sure. I mean, I was raised when I started doing music. I was a part of this school called Kean Music Innovation School, and in that I was with an artist named Normani Corday and another artist named Josh Levi, and we were all cool. We were all friends. Yeah. Then all of a sudden, they kind of blow up. Like Normani becomes Normani, and Josh is becoming Josh.
Oh, yeah.
And I just felt in that moment like, dang, when is it going to be my turn?
Ooh.
And that can put you in a really difficult spot when you're asking questions. And it's kind of like coveting other people's lives, And so I really had to change my mindset and was just like, you know what? That's their journey, their success, and my success. Like, God hasn't forgotten about me.
Ooh, girl. I can relate to you on that because, I mean, being a content creator, especially in this space right now, like in this era, it's so hard. It's easy for us to say, like, oh, my God, like, why does she has, like, all these followers and I don't, and I put in my work, or my, like, I'm trying to keep my integrity intact with doing these things. Yeah. But the other person that's showing their butt
Right.
it's blowing up, right? So it's hard because then sometimes you will want to do those things or kind of like do the things that they're doing in a way, and it's like that's not for you. That's not what you're supposed to do. So for me, what I always tell myself is like, hey, like just be yourself no matter what is happening, no matter, because like you said, God hasn't forgotten about you. And that comes with time though, because I think it is a journey, and everybody has a different path. And once you realize that you have your own journey, then just your mindset just like, okay, it's okay. It's gonna come eventually. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that because it can be easy to get distracted.
It can be.
So how do you stay motivated to keep writing songs and
Right.
making music?
It's
the laugh for me.
I want to say, because, I love positivity. I do. And a lot of people always tell me, oh, your music is so positive, especially with this last song I dropped called I Love It. It's really about love and being in love with your significant other.
Aww.
But honestly, I write a lot of heartbreak music. I write a lot of music that really is kind of going off on these men.
Tony Braxton vibes.
So, I feel like every time somebody does something, another song gets wrote. And unfortunately, there's a lot of ghetto-ness right now going on. So there's a lot of songs being written.
Yeah. So you're focusing on being positive and, oh, that's good. Girl, I went out last night and for a moment I was like, oh my gosh, the music. Like,
yeah.
And just seeing everybody, because I'm not going to lie to you. Like lately the only reason why I went out was because my friend is in town.
Mm-hmm.
So even me being there, it was just like, it was kind of off for me. And I don't listen to like all those music. I don't listen to that. I listen to a lot of reggae, a lot of R&B and all the soft things, right? I don't like all that rah-rah.
Right.
I don't. That rah-rah. But anyway, so what I was gonna say? Just being in that space and listening to this music, it can also drain you.
Right, yeah, that's so
because
true.
music, I feel like it's like you transferring some type of emotion with right, with that song. And I love music. I cannot sing, girl, but I love music. Like I listen to everything. Literally, like I have a lot of playlists. My playlist is like full of different things. So I was gonna ask you, like, how do you navigate the balance between staying true to your artistry and adapting to feedback and criticism from like, other people out there?
Yeah, that's really good. One of my best friends, they actually love rock music and they're into pop music. So they were always kind of nagging me on why wasn't I making like a certain type of genre of music. And at the time I was getting really frustrated because I was like, I'm just trying to make what feels true to me.
Yeah.
But I had to learn like it could still be true to me and I can still experiment. Because at the end of the day, you do want people to listen to your music. And I should be open to receiving, feedback and being open to expanding my palette when it comes to music.
That's good. Staying open-minded. You don't want to be closed-minded and just like, oh, this is how I think. This is what I like.
Right.
Because then you also want people that are going to push you in a way, right? Or challenge you. Because you can do more things. Like, look at Beyonce. Girl, did you hear the new album?
First of all, I'm still trying to get through it because it's really good.
It's okay. Like, I love Beyonce. I'm not like I'm not like part of the Beehive. I don't go crazy for her. But when I was listening to it, it really opened up my mind to a whole different side of creativity in the world of music because it's like she created her own genre.
Right.
Like, yes, she has some country music in there, but like as she go down the you can kind of hear the country and R&B ish vibe.
Right, exactly.
And I was just like, whoa, this woman is genius.
Yeah, she's phenomenal. I mean, if we look to anybody when it comes to being super creative and expanding their palette and forcing your fans to expand their palette, I think she's the pioneer for that.
For sure. Who is your who are your music like idols, like people that you look up to? Artists?
Absolutely. Well, of course, Beyonce.
You love
oh
Beyonce.
My gosh,
she's from Houston. I mean, duh.
But she's amazing.
She is.
Oh my gosh, Beyonce. I would say Macahl Jackson.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of Missy Elliott and Alicia Keys.
Wow, okay.
So I think Prince, of course.
Yeah.
So
okay, I see that. I can see that now.
They are my idols, I would say. So people that I definitely look up to. Even the Isley Brothers, I love them as well. I would say now people that I respect and would want to be like friends with in the industry would have to be her. I love me some her.
Oh, yeah.
Lucky
Yeah,
Day.
yeah. I can see that. That's kind of your vibe too.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, well, how do you try to put yourself out there, you know, to show your music and do you like do performances? Do you go out and talk to like, you know, like what is your marketing strategy for you to put yourself out there? And mind you, this is me as I don't know, I'm just like I guess a creator and brand strategist. Like, how do you put yourself out there to promote yourself, right?
Yeah.
Because I definitely think you're very talented.
Thank you.
You are amazing. Your music is amazing. Your voice, girl, I could never sing like that. But yeah, I want to know how you put yourself out there.
Yeah. So right now I actually am looking for some more help. So I'm looking for someone who can help me market and come up with some unique strategies. But currently I'm very picky, so it takes me a while to come up with like a compilation of a marketing strategy. So that looks like, you know, finishing up the music. Then I literally create a plan for each song that I'm dropping. So that means releasing the songs, coming up with the visuals.
Right.
And once those two things are done for me, then I will actually like get to the ground running and try to do, you know, a lot of performances. I do a lot of travel, you know, promoting the music. And that's what that looks like to me. But I'm starting to learn that social media is really huge, you know, when it comes to music. So I'm trying to find my way.
Even for the reels, like if you think about it now, like people are using, like that's how they're using like a form of marketing themselves,
right?
Because that's how that girl Tyler, I think, went viral. No, with that, because her song, and then that I think TikTok made it viral, and then so don't sleep on social media,
right?
You know, and staying consistent and just even like if it's you making music or singing and recording yourself and singing and just showing your talent, right? Like you'll be surprised what can happen.
Yeah. I've definitely been seeing the results. Like I made a new TikTok page just for music, and it's been doing really well. So I'm trying to keep the momentum going.
That's good. Okay, I want to switch up the conversation a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it too much musically. Because I want to get to know you. I mean, I don't really know you, so, and I want the audience to do so as well. So you seem to be a lover girl.
Okay.
She said, okay. I mean, is it true?
No, yeah. The allegations are true. They are true.
Okay, cool. So, like, what's that love life looking like for you? I mean, I know if you watch the episodes, we always talk about relationships here, right? Yeah. Because I am very passionate when it comes to those conversations. And not only romantically, but also platonically, right? I think the world, life is all about relationships, like community and all that stuff. So that's why I like to ask. I want to know, like, what does that look like for you? Are you dating? Are you single?
Yeah. I'm dating right now. Not exclusively yet, you know, waiting for
the one that's going to show up and, right?
Period. But I am dating, and it's been actually very enjoyable because I am a lover girl.
Yeah.
So that means that since high school, I've like been in a relationship. And in 2019, 2020, that was my last serious relationship. And I took some time after that to really focus on myself, work on myself. And now I feel like I'm in a space to actually date, you know, different people. It's been super amazing.
On dates. Did you like get on a dating app or something, or?
I did. Okay. I got on Hinge. And you know, I feel like because all my friends are like, "Girl, Hinge is so ghetto. Oh my gosh."
It low key is now. I mean, at first I didn't think so, but I mean, but you can find people.
I've been finding some really like amazing men, honestly, and I feel like it's because I am really picky. Yeah. So it takes rounds. For me to figure out if I even want to talk to you.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Okay. So I was going to ask you, how does it like, because dating is a journey.
Right.
And it's a little draining sometimes. Right. But you say you are enjoying it, so that's a good thing. And prior to you starting dating, what was something that you realized, right, about yourself that maybe, or maybe something that you learned about yourself during that process of taking time for yourself after your last relationship?
Oh, that's so good. In my last relationship, I was like early in my 20s, and I learned that, I could be childish too, and I could be petty too.
Yeah.
And I could press people's buttons. So a lot of that was self-reflection, even though I feel like at the end I didn't do wrong by anybody.
Right.
You know, I did have to self-reflect and be like, okay, but what could I internally change to be a better communicator, be a better supporter, be a better friend at the end of the day. And so it was really making sure that I was the type of person that if I was a man, I would want to be with.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah. I was just talking to my friend about that earlier today. That sometimes we have to look at ourselves, right? And just pause for a little bit and just like analyze, like, okay, like what is happening here? Because a lot of times too, when the people that we attract, it has a lot to do with us.
Absolutely.
Right? And it may not look like it sometimes. And don't get me wrong. Sometimes men can be a little like deceiving because they look like they're great for you in the beginning. They show off for you and all these things. And then they kind of start bringing some other, like some things out of you. Like I know for sure for me, like I've been in spaces where I've been with a man and I start acting a fool. Or not a fool, but like just things that I normally wouldn't do.
Right.
But it's because they're like bringing that side of me. And recently for me, I was in a relationship and I noticed that that person was bringing the old me back.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I cannot be in this situation because I don't want to operate like this. And if you're making me operate like this, that means you're not for me.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Like I can't be acting like this. I'm trying to be a soft girl. I'm trying to be, you know what I mean? I'm trying to be great, and you pissing me off. So, and you keep pissing me off. So I don't want to but it is a journey for sure.
It's a journey.
Yeah. So it's just like being able to navigate it and just looking at the bright side of it, like the good side of it, like just. So what is your sign?
Cancer.
Oh, you emotional, baby.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you definitely a lover girl. But I think cancers don't usually show that side of, like, y'all don't really, not everybody show that side of y'all, like, y'all emotional.
Right,
Y'all be trying to act hard. I have a friend
absolutely.
I have a friend that's a cancer. That girl is funny. I be like, girl. But you guys are great people, though.
Yeah. I think we're great friends.
Yeah, for sure. Show up all the time. Very supportive.
Yes.
Give great advice from my experience with cancers. But the man, Jesus.
I haven't had too many experiences with cancer men. I haven't. But from my mom's perspective, she's like, girl, run. And I'm like, oh my gosh, really?
I haven't either. I don't think I've ever dated a cancer, but I've seen cancer men, how they treat some of my people, like people around me. And I'm like, yeah, no. But at the same time, I don't want to like just focus or judge everybody by their sign.
Right.
Like I'm learning to give people a chance. But I'm not going to lie. I'm saying this right now, but I'm like, I don't think I'll ever date an Aquarius again, though. And I always attract Aquarius men. But if you're an Aquarius, I'm sorry. I love you, but no, I don't love you. I'm lying. I mean, I do love them because they're good people, but they are just throw it off. Anyway, what is something that you are looking forward to, like in your dating life, you know, like right now that you're dating, like what is something that, actually, let me change that question.
Okay.
What do you look for in a guy?
Okay.
Right? Like if you're scrolling on the apps and everything like that, what is something that you're looking for on that profile? Right? Because you don't know these people yet, but that's going to tell you like, okay, I can actually match with him and talk to him and see and go on a date potentially.
Right. First of all, this is for me, I'm not on Love is Blind. I'm actually looking at a profile. So I want to make sure that they're handsome.
For sure.
And then, once that's out the way, I definitely actually look at their profile and see, did they even answer the questions,
right.
And what were their responses? Because if you're really serious, you're going to actually respond with in-depth, answers.
Intentional. Yeah.
Very much so. And so that's what I definitely look for before I even go further.
Yeah.
But then when I'm actually talking to you, I'm definitely, when we're going on dates, I want to see, what are your intentions? How are you moving? Are you quick to be very touchy-feely on the first date?
Or are you respectful and you're just going to let me eat my food and don't tell me to go to your house?
Exactly.
I'm going home, sir.
Exactly. You know.
Has that happened to you where you've been on a date and they tell you like, so what you doing? Like, you want to come to my house? Has that happened to you?
Not recently. No.
Okay, that's good.
No,
that's good.
Yeah, no.
Okay, yeah, cause girl,
but they are bold out here.
They are bold
and crazy.
They are bold and crazy. So like for me, I'm not on a dating app. Well, I'm actually on Facebook dating right now, girl. Okay. But then somebody told me that's what Ressa, what's her name?
Yeah, Risa Tisa.
That's what she found her man. So I was like, oh, child, let me just. and then on top of that, I seen a married man.
What?
Girl that I know on Facebook dating. So I was just like,
that's the tea. Because I seen a married man on Hinge before.
Gosh.
And I screenshotted it and sent it to my best friend.
I did too.
I said, isn't this who you call it? Girl, I need to call him out so bad for that. That was ghetto.
Girl. Yeah. So I don't know. It's scary.
It is.
It is very scary. I think for me, I'm learning to like allow God in my love life more. Because for the longest I've always tried to do it by myself. Like not going to God and asking him like for direction and I think I'm practicing that more.
That's amazing.
So I'm tired, girl. I'm tired of doing it by myself. I'm tired of just meeting guys thinking that they're for me.
Yeah.
And they're not for me.
Right.
So I'm also trying to get out of like dating my type. Cause I feel like that ain't I'm not gonna be with my type.
That's deep.
Like it's okay if they don't. I mean, of course they have to be handsome in some way or decent. I'm at a point in my life where I don't need you to be too handsome. I honestly don't. I don't need you to be like a pretty boy. I don't.
Right.
I just need you to look decent. Take care of yourself, to look clean and handsome. Have a nice smile. Right. We care about the smile here, right? But. Yeah, my type ain't for me, sis. I can't do it.
Yeah. I screenshot every guy I'm talking to and send it to my best friend. And she's like, girl, you got a type.
What is your type? Let me ask you.
Okay, so I tend to really like men with like dreads.
Oh, you like the locks.
With the dreads.
Ooh, okay.
Right. So, and then very artsy men. So, like, into music or into reading. Just, I don't know, like, very artsy, chill type guys. But the thing with that is that most of those men are emotionally unavailable, too. And they come across and they seem like they're just, they can be very emotional. But just because you're emotional doesn't mean you're emotionally available.
For sure.
And that's what I'm learning. So, I'm trying to adapt myself to attract different men. Like right now, not to put his business out there, but there's a really nice guy that I'm talking to, and he has a really great job, but he's just super sweet, a super gentleman, and I'm like, I like him.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, like I always tell myself, like, character is what's more important, right? Like if you are handsome but don't have any character, like good character in you as a man,
right? Then
it's like all that cuteness it goes to waste because you're not bringing anything. You're not gonna bring anything to me. You can't even. I don't know. It's just crazy. So I guess I would say it's keep getting to know him,
right?
One thing that I've learned is like not rushing the process, not rushing the dating process, because when you rush it, girl, it's like you don't even know this person. You don't. And then like once you are, and I'm talking about from my own experiences, right? In multiple occasions where I probably try to rush it because I want a relationship so bad. And then months in, I'm learning who this person really is.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh. So I think you just keep getting to know him, girl. And then once you guys go through some conflict, let's see how he handles that. And then you'll know if this is somebody for you or not, because you have to know how men like handle conflict.
Yeah, and anger.
Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh, this is good. Okay. I'm loving your energy. I'm loving like your vibe.
Oh, thank you.
Cause it's like I normally don't bring people like that I don't know here.
Right, yeah.
Most of my guests have been people that I know personally, or that I've maybe talked to before prior to coming here. So it's like you're like the first one that I have not had a conversation with.
Not the blind date.
But I'm very big on energy, and when I look through your page, and also because I'm a creator, I could like resonate with you and what you do. So anytime that you have a performance or whatever it is, girl, I will be there to support you.
Thank you.
Because I'm very big on support, and you are supporting me right now.
Yeah.
You have no idea. Like, you being here right now, you reaching out to me, and your interest in being here means a lot to me. Because sometimes, you know, as creators, I sometimes I feel like nobody's watching, right?
Right.
And I feel like sometimes, like, I'm putting a lot of effort into things, and I'm being real honest right now. Like, I'm putting a lot of effort into something, but like, nobody knows me, nobody cares about it, what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And this is a really good example that people are watching, because I don't even know you. Right. And you're here, like, you're literally here. So thank you for coming, girl. I really appreciate that.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for your honesty, you know, for being open. I mean, I really do appreciate that. So before we close, I want to rate the wine. Okay. I want you to rate the wine. I know you didn't really... Well, did you sip?
Yeah, girl. This is almost gone.
Oh, okay. Maybe I wasn't sipping. All right. So what do you think about the wine?
You know, I'm typically a sweet girl. I love sweet wine, but this one was dry, and I actually really like it. So I would have to give it an 8 out of 10.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I think I'll do an 8 out of 10 too. It's actually like what I like. The only thing that is missing, I feel like it is a little bit too, has like a little tart taste at the end. That's why I give it a 8. But it's good. I feel like if I drink this bottle, I would definitely feel something.
Right.
I feel relaxed.
100%.
So tell the audience, this is your camera, tell them where they can find you at, your socials, your name, and all these things.
Yeah. So once again, my name is Macahl Jett. You can find me on all my social media, TikTok, Instagram, under I am Macahl Jett, and you spell my name Macahl, last name Jett. Or you can go to my website at www.macahljett.com and make sure you stream my new single, I Love It, out on all streaming platforms, and support your girl.
Oh, that was so cute.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
I love it. I'll make sure I send you that clip so you can use it for your own little, promotion. Okay, lovely. Y'all, this is a good conversation. If you like this conversation, make sure that you guys click the little thumbs up on the video. Leave me a comment below. Make sure you follow Macahl and connect with her. Listen to her music. I mean, let's support our people, okay? Like, I'm very big on that. And she actually has really good music. So, I will see you guys on my next episode. Bye-bye. You got what it takes, plus you working, ain't no breaks, yeah. You got that vibe, mama, you already know, yeah. This is the Darling Talk Show. Yeah.